Welcome to Irene Bisaso Home Network. I'm Irene from Uganda and I live in Norway. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. So today a student asked me about how to reach student village or Moholt student B or Berg student B, and a colleague put me in a WhatsApp group for these new students who are coming, and they have lots of questions and I've been answering them, and they get so happy and excited. And then I was like, hey, probably you are also a student there having the same questions. Let me share them with you. So when you are new to a country and all this, you have a lot of questions, which is not hard, and it's just because you're unfamiliar. So one of the things I'm going to say that in Norway, the public means of transport, they are excellent. So use public means of transport. You don't need to use taxis because or special hire, because then they cost more. And I've traveled to different countries and I've lived in different countries, so I know when I say great public transport in Norway. So what you do, there is I'm going to talk specifically for those students who are coming from, who are going to Norwegian University of Science and Technology, where at the moment I work, and going to Værnes, that is the airport in Trondheim. So when you reach there, just outside the airport, there are buses there. There is Fribussen, there is Værnesekspressen. So when you reach outside, you can pay there. There are guys there, you can pay with a card and tell them that you're a student. Then you get a student price, I think. I don't know if you need to have a student card, but you tell them. And then once, and the driver actually drives direct to Værnesekspressen, that is a bus company, drives through these different places, and they say it on the microphone in Norwegian and in English, and you can even tell the driver that I don't know where I'm going. I'm new in this country, but I'm going to Moholt student B. I'm going to Berg student B, wherever you are going, they will be stopping those places. But I know, I've just checked now for my students that Moholt student B is there. And I always say check the official web pages, because these things keep on changing. When I came many years ago, it used to stop at Lerkendal Stadium, and that is, for you who know football, Rosenborg Stadium. For hey, Rosenborg, on last weekend we did great. I was there with my family. So it used to stop there, but now they go all the way to Moholt student B. It's not far from Lerkendal Stadium to Moholt, Berg, and all these other student villages. And so if you stay, there are different there are different student villages. So this is what I've told my students, and this is what I'm sharing with you, is that talk to the bus driver, make sure you go outside when you've got your luggage. Why is this important? Because in Norway we keep time. So if you buy your ticket in advance, check the validity for how long, because you may reach at the airport and you find out that maybe your luggage has delayed, maybe it has not arrived, and you have to go and fill in the information, and maybe that may delay. But most of the time those tickets are valid for almost an hour or so if you've bought the ticket in advance. But I think if you are traveling for the first time, I recommend to buy as you are going to enter. Probably it may be cheaper when you buy online. You can check it out that one, because you can also buy online there and then. Another thing I shared with the students, I told them that there is also it's so easy, because you put your luggage under the buses, you sit, there is Wi-Fi, there is you can charge the phone and enjoy your trip to beautiful country Norway. And another thing I told the students, that make sure you have your key, or I don't know if now things are changing, because now we use codes, we use cards. Make sure you have your access to your room. My experience when I came many years ago, was very different than how it is. So you talk to Sitboli, that is a student company that works with the housing of students in Norway or in Trondheim. Let me be specific, in Trondheim, but this may apply for you also who is in Oslo, in going to all these different cities, that the same information. There are express trains, there are buses and all that. So the trains, we also in Trondheim, we also have a train. You can take also a train and the information is there in English and all that, but the train has specific places where they stop. For example, it stops, if you're going to Student Village, it doesn't pass that way. You may have to get out at in town, because it will be going the other direction, going to Heimdal. But if you are renting a house outside, not in these student villages, then you may need maybe to take a train, because if you are staying in Heimdal, it stops in Heimdal, it stops around St. Olav. That I'm talking about the train. And maybe if you are staying in other places, maybe you'll have to take the train and then this another bus, a local bus. Yeah. So in Norway we speak Norwegian, and most of the things are in Norwegian, which for me, I think it is excellent because I'm for local knowledge, local languages and all that, but they also speak some English. So if you don't know something, ask them in English, then they'll explain to you. So about the transport system, you can take also, we have a local bus that is not the airport bus in Trondheim, but I would not recommend that when it's your first time to travel, because in Trondheim it's a little bit, you have to walk from the airport and continue somewhere there. There are local buses and you have to check when you are coming. You have to check if it's not summer times, and maybe probably better during day, and this one takes longer but it's cheaper because it's the local ticket. So after staying in Norway for some time, you can use that as a student, because I'm for saving as a student, and even in real life, save where it's necessary and spend where it is necessary. So you can use the bus, but that one for the first time may be a little bit complicated. I mean the local buses at Tebe. You can use the airport buses. We have Værnes and the Fribussen, and you can use the train. And also the train, there is, you can buy online, or you can also buy, there is, what is it called? There is a machine where you can buy as you are going down to the airport station. So you can buy, and you can buy also inside. But in Norway, it's better to buy on the machines or online, as paying the conductor or inside, it costs more. It costs more. So check it out. Do your research, watch such videos so that you get pre-knowledge about what you are going to do. Just like recently I've been in Finland and the system is new, but we had to figure out how to use those trams and everything. So you read on the internet and get to know, you watch videos like these ones and get to know and enjoy the transport system in Norway is very safe. But if you cannot use the public transport, you can also use a taxi, special hire. But those are expensive as well. I use those public means of transport, and they are safe. In my city here in Trondheim, I once sat with the mayor of the city, Rita, on the same bus, because here in Norway, public transport is perfect. I say that because I've been in America, and some of the areas, public means of transport, I was at Yale University studying and working there for some time. And in Connecticut, for example, the public means of transport, no, they are not for everybody. And in New York, it's okay. But now when I compare it to the Norwegian system, no. But when I compare it with other systems, maybe in Uganda, then maybe. But in Norway, it's very perfect. We do it for environmental reasons, for accessibility, and for, it's really perfect. So use that and go and enjoy your stay in Norway. Welcome to Norway, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. One other thing as a tip for you who has listened up to now, I've shared with my students, is the keys. Make sure you know where your keys or your cards are, because you may reach at night. Seat bully, there are no people there in the office. So talk to the seat bully, or if you've rented outside, where you'll find your key or your card or the codes. Just like when you are traveling to another country, because maybe like the students, we were talking about the keys, and they said they talk to the seat and they're gonna put it in the key box. So you have to know, where is this key box? Are you finding it at the office of the seat bully or in the flat? And another extra tip for you who is still listening is that make sure you remember your house number, the room number and the house number. Why is this important? My own experience many years ago, coming from Uganda, I didn't know all the houses are going to look the same. So a friend, Farida, shout out to you, got for me the keys and gave them to me. She had prepared delicious food for us, and I entered. But the following day, when I was getting out of the house, my room, I didn't bother about what is my room number, what is the flat number, and then I got out. So I did whatever I had to do, and coming back, I could not tell which is my flat, because the geography of the area I had not yet got it. Which is my flat and what is the flat number? And they were all looking alike. So every room I tried in the key, it wasn't working. That's a long story, but I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I made. But it was a learning experience. We make mistakes to learn. And shout out to my sister Ellen, because you inspired me to start this YouTube channel. When she came to Norway, she had a lot of questions and a lot of challenges, and I didn't want her to experience some of the challenges I experienced, because back then English in Norwegian was in Norway was very limited. And if you've not watched the first video I made about learning Norwegian, go and watch it. Because when my sister came, I told her the first thing you should do, whether you're gonna be here for a week, a month, or a year, learn Norwegian. And then she asked me how. Then I shared tips with her. And when I shared these tips with her, she was very happy. Now she speaks very good Norwegian. And then I shared with a colleague, Ni Amar, shout out to you. Because he came, I gave him a job. I was working somewhere where I could hire and fire. Anyway, that's a funny one. But yeah, I'm talking about hiring, and he was struggling with Norwegian. So I gave him this small video that I had made for my sister Ellen, who inspired me. Love you, baby girl. And gave it to him, and he used it and was so happy. And he told me, oh, Irene, why don't you, can I share this video with my friends? I say, sure. And that's how I started this YouTube channel. It was to help new people coming in Norway, and life happened. I took a break, and I've been sharing different things, but I'll be coming back to share different things, because I get pleased when I can share the information I have with you. And what you can do in return for me is to subscribe, support me by subscribe, sharing to somebody who may need this information, comment and share your own experiences if you are in Norway or if you're in Oslo, so that other students can actually find in the comment section what they need to know and be helped. Yes, take care and bye.